You didn't know it's Wednesday, and we've got firefighters gulping beer already. That it just goes to show you that we have a jam-packed show. And, well, would you be willing to look at half-dressed men all year long? Sally, what do you think? All right. Well, if you knew it would raise awareness about autism, it's kind of a fun question, but a very serious subject.
Well, first responders have seen a severe spike in backyard drownings involving children with autism. So Justin Lewis and Brent Avery from Firefighters versus Autism join us now. Welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us.
You know, you just know how to get the girls, don't you?
It was a little cliche and a little obvious, but it seems to be working.
And someone's got to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Someone's got to do it. It wasn't us, though. It wasn't us. We had to farm that out.
Right. So tell us about this subject. I mean, reading the information you gave, kids with autism, we know it's a brain disorder that comes out in many different forms, and it can lead to backyard drownings.
Yeah, the stat that I like to give everyone is between 2009 and 2011, from the reported deaths of children with autism, 91% of them are due to drownings.
91%.
91%.
That's really, really high.
Yeah, and it's to us as firefighters, we go on drowning calls, and they're the worst calls we go on. And one of the part, besides that they're kids, they're preventable.
Right.
So it makes it even harder.
And let's talk really quickly, how are they preventable?
Pool fences, rescue swim lessons was one of the things that we like to provide for what we raise money for. And then just the awareness of that, you know, staying on your toes and understanding that, hey, I've got a pool, there's a lake across the street, river, whatever. And I mean, it takes a minute for a child to drown.
Oh, so scary.
And it's a matter of them wandering off. That's why it's kids with autism.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, and that's the two biggest fears that we have with autism. Is wandering is the number one, because if you're not keeping an eye on your child at all times, it's very easy. I mean, how many times do you hear about a child that's drowned just because they turned their back, you know? And with autism, they just wander off. They have no fear. They don't have any personal protection identity. They can wander into the street, not even understand that there's a danger there.
And with a stat like 91%, it obviously is a very serious issue that needs to be stopped, basically. And that's why you guys are partnering and you're doing Firefighters versus Autism event. Yeah,
we started it. You know, we both have kids on the autism spectrum, and once you get involved in the autism community, it's a passionate bunch of people. And as firefighters, we, you know, look to solve problems. And there's a lot of areas that people are involved in the autism community, politics and everything else, and that's not us. We look, where can we actually fit in and solve some problems? And so we looked at 91% hit us pretty big, and with young children, it seemed like a natural fit.
Now, you guys are local. You're
correct.
from the Golden Ranch Fire Department, but this effort is taking on a life of its own. You were saying, Brent, and it's growing and growing, and you want it to become a national thing.
It is, and we get requests almost on a daily basis from firefighters throughout the country, other fire districts, other fire departments, wives of fire department personnel. We've had people that have inquired even from Germany and Canada, and it's almost international, where people are like, how can we start this here? What are you doing? Are you willing to open up a branch? So it's fantastic that the response has been so good.
And how can the community get more involved in such an important issue?
Well, number one that they can do if they're looking to directly plug in is they can contact us through our website, firefightersversusautism.org. And then what we can do is we can plug them in to directions that might serve their needs a little bit better. We have some local resources on our website. We have some national resources as well. And we can certainly do what we can to try and help them get different therapies. You know, we're looking at trying to get equine therapy going for some of the autistics, and you know, plug them in with maybe some companies that can give them discounts on pool fencing or door locks or what have you.
Oh, cool. Yeah. It runs the gamut.
It does.
So let's get to the fun part. So you tug at our heartstrings by saying, all right, let's sell a calendar.
Sure.
And that is with departments, 3 different departments in town.
Correct.
Tell us about shooting the calendar.
You know, the guys were amazing. It was, you know, we reached out to them and everyone was like, absolutely. And a lot, they're not models, you know, so some of them look like it, and I mean, they're phenomenal shape, but they're not models, and it was really awkward for a lot of these guys to actually do it as comfortable as they actually looked. It was pretty, you know, awkward for a lot of them, but for the cause, a lot of them know, most of them know us, and they have known our children, so it was like, yeah, we'll do anything for it. And so 3 different departments contributed, guys from different departments contributed to the calendar, and it's gone crazy on us.
Okay, those photos are hot. I mean, like, I'm just gonna call it like it is. Those guys are hot. Are they single, married? Are they eligible?
We've got
They're a blend. They're a blend. You know, you got something.
We've got a little bit of both. A little bit of both. And this year we're already getting ready to shoot for next year's calendars, and we're going to do 2 more calendars again. This year we did the beefcake one, we've been calling it, and then we learned quickly that not everybody is attracted to half-naked firefighters. So
what?
We did, yeah.
It could be true.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a couple. So we did a family-friendly calendar as well, and we had a couple of days where we invited a lot of the children with autism from our community out, and we hung out with fire trucks and squirted water, and then our photographer went around and took a bunch of photos, and we turned that into a calendar as well. But this year, we're going to do another beefcake one, and then we've got a lot of requests for a female edition, so we decided to do a Firefighters' Wives calendar, and we're going to be shooting that at the end of the month.
Oh, how fun. Well, real quickly, gentlemen, the beer.
Yes.
Yes, this beer came from, yeah, absolutely. So on Friday, Sentinel Peak Brewing Company is doing a Autism Awareness Ale, and all proceeds will come back to Firefighters versus Autism. So go down to Sentinel Peak Brewery and responsibly drink your face off.
Responsibly, I love that. Cheers, this was wonderful. Gentlemen,
Awesome.
Thank you so much for joining us
Thanks
today.
so much
Thanks
for having us.
us.
We appreciate it.
Really appreciate it.
And again, today is World Autism Day. To learn more about how you can help firefighters versus autism, you can call 548-9394 or go online to firefightersversusautism.org.
And coming up on the Morning Blend, we're heading into one of the worst allergy seasons ever. And that not only affects you, but it affects your pet.
Plus, we'll tell you how you can win Mega this year, but your time is actually running out. We've got all the details to win coming up right after the break.